We are approaching Christmas.
Christmas time.
Exactly.
Such a great time of the year. And without further ado, we would like to talk to you about presents for musicians, friends of yours, and family members maybe during Christmas.
Exactly. And the great thing about that is that there are like very useful presents from $5 to a couple of $1,000. So if it's just a small thing that you want to give a friend, or if it's, I don't know, like a family member that achieved something special this year, it doesn't matter. You can, there's loads of great things to buy. So let's start with the very affordable or cheap ones. There are a couple of items like guitar strings that a guitar player needs all the time. So
all the time.
Exactly. So we're playing the instrument, and when you're playing, your strings get dirty, and after a while, after a couple of weeks or months, you need to change them. So strings are always make everyone happy. These ones are from the brand Elixir. These are coated strings, so they last very long. But there are also other great manufacturers like Dario, Ernie Ball, and a couple of more.
And you can buy them for an electric guitar or an acoustic guitar, a classical guitar. So just find out what it is that the person that you're buying it for is playing, and then find something good for him. Our recommendation would be to buy 09 or 010 for electric guitars, 011 or 012 for acoustic guitars, and classical, just buy classical.
Well, it doesn't matter. String is a string.
Exactly. Yeah. Next thing is this thing. It's like a clip tuner. It helps us guitar players
and bass players all other stringed instruments
tune our instrument. So these things go all the way from $10 and above.
Even cheaper. I think the cheapest one I bought was $3.
Did it work?
It worked. Still use it.
There you go. So really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so from $3 as you can hear, and they go all the way to, I guess, 20, maybe $30. That's the thing. There are many companies. That's from Crafter, and that's also a really great present. You cannot have enough of these. It's
exactly. I have one in the rehearsal room, one in my studio, one in my bedroom, everywhere. So these are great companions to have with you all the time. And if you want to spend more than $10-20, then we are entering the territory of guitar pedals. So pedals are basically these small boxes that you might see here and there in your friend's rig.
Like the one over there?
Exactly. That kind of change the sound. That's why they're called pedal effects, because they have a certain effect that they add to your signal chain.
Let's show you guys. So play something.
Exactly. So this is my amplifier right now.
I turn it on.
Right? So as you can hear, this very rock and roll type of sound is achieved by using an overdrive pedal. And there are many pedal effects out there, but an overdrive is something that you can't go wrong with.
Yeah, you just every guitar player likes a good overdrive, and you can have these from $30 up to thousands even sometime if you buy an extremely rare one, boutique and stuff like this. But I would say that between $30 to around $150 you have so many great effect pedals. And if you buy it for somebody who is let's say just started with an electric guitar, then an overdrive or a distortion pedal, they can be great. You have Joyo, which is what we just heard. You have a lot of great stuff from Boss, for example, TC Electronic. some great boutique manufacturers as well. Actually, you can go to Tompedia and you can try and see a lot of pedals over there and find the one that you like. Personally, I think that we can totally recommend this Joyo for the $30 area. It's it's called Joyo Vintage Overdrive. And we really like the DS1, for example, from Boss. Those are really great beginners effects.
Exactly, and not even like if you're unsure, still a professional or advanced guitarist would still be happy about that, because as I said, you have many amplifiers, you have a rehearsal room, might have a studio or whatever, and you can use these effects for different purposes on these different places.
Totally.
And that's why you can absolutely not go wrong with one of these. Now, if we're above 100 or 200 euros, then we can actually think about buying a guitar or maybe an amplifier. We still should mention that there are pretty good guitars for, starting from 150 euros that you can actually work with. Not like mainly beginners, but also like a practicing instrument might be a nice thing for someone who's a little more advanced. Now, if you want to get into amplifiers, then our recommendation for the kind of lower price range is this amplifier, which is the Boss Katana, and this is a so-called modeling amp. Which has many channels, so it's not just doing one thing, but it has different sounds, different effects. So it's a very versatile device that you can do many things with. And we can quickly demonstrate that if you want, which you probably do. Right, so this kind of sounds like an acoustic guitar. Now, if we're gonna go to the crunch channel, this is kind of the AC/DC type of sound. So it would sound like this. Right, so there we start to rock, but you can also play some blues licks. Things like that. Now we have a lead channel and a brown channel, but this is like that is pretty much the same as the crunch, but like with a little more, on steroids. So if you want to do rock and metal.
It's extremely versatile. It's just a really versatile amplifier. You also have some effects on board, so like the guitar player can add even some reverb or delay. It has an acoustic channel if you actually play with an acoustic guitar, and this thing costs, I think, it starts at like 400, maybe 500.
It does. There are a couple of versions, like with different sizes and different wattages and things like that. But it's fair to say that all of them sound pretty good.
Just search for Boss Katana amplifier and you'll find it. Another great present in this exact same amount of money, and also comes from Boss, and something that is new in the market, is the Boss Waza Air headphones. We don't have a unit here, but we're just going to put them on the screen right now. These are headphones that are amplifier headphones that you can play. You can just plug your guitar through Bluetooth and control it through your phone, and then you can hear in the headphones your guitar as if you're playing through an amplifier in a stadium. It's an amazing thing. I actually own one of these and totally recommend it. Also, the family of the guitar player is gonna love you for giving this, because all of a sudden he's gonna basically play all the time and it looks like he's rocking, but nobody needs to hear it all the time. So,
or if you have a neighbor that is a guitar player and you don't want to practice
buy
all
him,
the time,
buy him this for like Christmas.
It's a good investment.
Yes, that's the thing.
Right. So if we're jumping from like around 400 to 600, 700, then you can actually buy guitars that may also be considered more or less professional devices. So there are a couple of guitars for beginners, and there are great guitars out there, but if you would like to use them on a stage or for a serious gig, then you might need to set it up or modify it or things like that. Now, if you spend a little more money, then you can get an instrument like this, for example, which is a Fender guitar. You might, maybe you can take it because it looks pretty much like this one. But this one is made in Mexico. So it is around $625, I think. I looked it up before this video. And it sounds great. Like, just, can you play it well? think you need a tuner.
See,
If
every
only
guitar
someone-
player,
Yeah.
every guitar player needs a tuner. It's just a great guitar, really comfortable to play. I would love to get this as a present. And actually playing this guitar right now through this amplifier makes me want to also mention the amplifier that I'm using, which is, let me just see if I can real quick show this one to you. So this is the Amp 1 by Blue Guitar, and I have to say I'm really trying hard not to like this amplifier, but what can I do? It's an amazing amplifier, and I don't know. I think it's in the 500. Right?
Yeah, a little more, like 600-700, I think.
Yeah. So this thing is super innovative. I don't want to bore you with the details, but basically the greatest guitar amps are known to be valve amplifiers, so tube amplifiers, and these cost a fortune. And these guys at Blue Guitar, they basically invented this small desktop amplifier that uses a nano tube, and this thing sounds it's the real thing. It's small and it's not expensive.
Last but not least, if your friend has a guitar that he really loves and he doesn't want to change the guitar, play another guitar, but you still want to give him something that he could use to improve the sound of the guitar, then there's another thing.
Yeah, that's a little bit, I think, for already the professional guitar players, or I wouldn't say professional, but those that already play and
ambitious guys.
They invest in their instrument. That's like pickups. So pickups are those things, and they change the entire sound of the instrument. And I actually received those for my birthday, and it's a set of pickups from Kloppmann pickups in Germany, and it changed my entire instrument. I love these so much. So in case you are in the process of actually purchasing such a special and unique out of the ordinary present, then definitely maybe look into pickups. I think this is much easier to be done not as a surprise of buying an entire set, but maybe buying a voucher from a pickup manufacturer. There are many of them. Kloppmann is amazing. You can also have Seymour Duncan. You can have Fishman,
DiMarzio's.
There's so many of them, and this is a really cool thing, and it's a unique present. Not a lot of people will buy such a thing, especially not as a coupon or something like this for pickups. It's a cool thing.
And it can be overwhelming because there's so much things to buy for a musician.
Yeah.
And this was just a little guide to give you some ideas what you can buy. And there's a thing, if you go down to the description box, then there's a link that will lead you to www.tompedia.com, which is basically the company that we're working at. And Tompedia is all about comparing musical gear. So if you need some more inspiration, some more ideas, and want to see some more devices, then go there, browse to our library, and the best thing is that you can hear and compare all of these devices with each other.
And just one more thing, with all COVID that is happening, and as you know, a lot of businesses are hurt in this time. If you're unsure what it is that you would like to buy, it would be great if you buy simply a coupon from your local shop or an online shop that you really like, and let the musician decide what it is that he wants. So yeah, that would be a great support, I think, for the shops. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Yes.
That was fun. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. See
Ciao.
you. Bye.